Many of our own staff have been moved to tears, just like I was watching that video when we received reports of the vaccine first hitting our state and first going in arms. And then pictures showing people actually getting it has just been overwhelming to all of us.
A wave of emotion for state health officials seeing Hoosiers getting the first doses of the coronavirus vaccine. They say we are still in the proverbial tunnel, but the light is getting closer. Good evening, everyone. I'm Brooke Martin.
And I'm Phil Sanchez. Some of those giving vaccines today are volunteers. Wish TV's Dan Klein joining us now live. And Dan, they're part of an army of more than 600 nursing and medical students at Indiana University.
Yeah, and one first-year student said, in a time of crisis, besides enlisting in the military during a potential world war, this is the next best thing. They're helping those who have helped so many, especially this past year.
For those whose career aspiration is to help those in need, it just makes sense. Those like fourth-year medical student Anna Rossler.
Reinforced the importance and why we went into this, so it was really cool to be a part of the very first day.
When the call went out at the IU School of Medicine, more than 600 answered, 430 med students like Anna, as well as 209 nursing students. They're now on call to help give the vaccine when needed.
Help the frontline workers who are really sacrificing a lot for us. So I was happy to be able to help give vaccines to them and help start finally the end of the pandemic. Start moving toward that was really exciting.
The groundwork was laid last month. Each student had to spend more than an hour in training, some virtual from the CDC, some in person before they're able to give the vaccine. It's not as easy as it looks. Proper sterilization techniques, proper injection technique. In this case, it requires the needle to remain in the arm for 10 seconds.
It was important to learn each step and to not miss a step because each step's important, and it looks simple, but you have to make sure that you have everything.
Still, it's understandable. Even with adequate training, there are a few nerves knowing you're part of history. But Anna says that went away quickly, and she's confident she and the rest of the IU Medical Army is ready to help when called upon.
They definitely prepared us well to be doing it. I think I'm just really happy and honored that IU gave us this opportunity to help out with this.
The first shots today were given here at the IU Health Neuroscience Center. One advantage of IU's regional campus system is that students have volunteered from all over. So it's not just a volunteer army that's based just in Indianapolis. Reporting live downtown, Dan Klein, Wish TV, wishtv.com, and be sure to follow us on Facebook.
Dan, thank you very much. Well, those first shots went to frontline healthcare workers at IU Health Methodist Hospital, and as of today, there were just under 1,000 doses at the hospital. Close to 200 got a shot today. The first in line were those working with the most critical patients. Austin Timpney didn't get the vaccine, but his mother did. She's a physician, and for him, the vaccine means his mom is safe doing her job.
It's encouraging. It's months after months of going through all of this, COVID, mask, and finally we're seeing the end of it.
There have been some small side effects reported with the vaccine, but we have not heard of any real issues here in Indianapolis. However, as a precaution, everyone that was vaccinated is asked to stay 15 minutes for observation. The Pfizer vaccine requires a second dose in 21 days, so everyone who was lined up today will be back out there in about 3 weeks. And around 200 Indiana National Guard soldiers and airmen got their vaccine at the Johnson County Armory today. They've been on the front lines during the pandemic, working in long-term care facilities, COVID testing sites, protective equipment distribution warehouses, and food banks. Indiana and New York are the first two National Guard states to pilot a Defense Department program that allocates doses of the vaccine to soldiers and airmen. All right, let's take a look at the latest coronavirus numbers now from the state. Indiana health leaders confirming 125 more people have died. Those deaths happened between November 18th and December 15th. In all, 6,781 Hoosier deaths are now linked to the pandemic, and there are more than 6,200 new cases of COVID-19. In all, more than 440,000 people have been diagnosed.